Welcome to Deep Thought. People are looking in the mirror more. Because I'm going to tell you what, during this time period, when many people have to stay home, they quarantine or following stay-at-home orders, or even because of the situation, even if they're essential workers and stuff, but they still can't go out like they did. You get to spend more time to yourself. It's making people look in the mirror more, making them think about some stuff. Like when you're talking about like relationships, like in the last previous podcast, I was talking about how, we got plenty of people who are coming together relationship-wise, but plenty of people are coming out of it. A lot of relationships are breaking up, and it's not just a romantic relationship, but a friendships, everything over this. A lot of people, if they got furloughed, they ain't they without a job. But then it's not so much you without a job, but what's your mental state? What's your mental state after this job? And it's myriad things. It's myriad things. How are you gonna deal with stuff? You might find out something about yourself because you might have to be one of those parents that gotta stay home with your child more, even if you all of a sudden, even if you're a teleworker. It's a lot of stuff, and it's making people actually look at themselves, even if they don't want to look at themselves, because you're facing a lot. Because let's be real. This is gonna be a serious, like many therapists, mental health professionals probably getting a lot of business now. They're getting a lot of business. People reaching out to talk to them because isn't that good? I ain't gonna lie. Even with Rom, even though I've said I'm like kind of introverted. I'm more of an ambivert. So I like interacting with people. In fact, one of the things, I have friends at several of the grocery stores around here. I'll go get like a small thing just to interact with, just to say hi. All right? But still getting time to myself. And you start thinking about things. Because that's the thing. And see, when you think about things, you start facing it. Now, I've always talked about people, yesterday I talked about people facing reality more, right? People facing reality, forced to. One of the biggest realities people got to face is themselves, because people have to face themselves. Because, the biggest lie people tell is to themselves. They'll say, I'm this and that, and they'll project that lie out to the greater population, and they might see the lie. They might not see through the mask right away. First of all, they're looking through their own mask, so they can't see through yours as easily, because their mask blind them from seeing you. And so, but all of a sudden, you can't project that, so you don't have people on the outside supporting it. And a lot of people are in relationships, they got something, they got family. There's a whole lot of people by themselves. There are a lot of people, they can't interact like they were. So eventually, they got to face themselves. So they don't have the greater population or their social circle enforcing their lie or feeding into it. First that stops, and then it get to the point a person can't lie to themselves anymore. And you know what? That's not a bad thing. Yeah, it could be a bad thing in a way because it can make you feel a certain way. But in growth, there's always pain. When a child learns how to walk, they're going to fall down a lot. I remember when my youngest son learned how to walk. And he really didn't crawl. I can't recall him crawling a lot. It's almost like he just skipped over that part, literally. He would get up, fall, laugh, and then get back up, fall, laugh, until he was just walking. He was just walking. So, going through life is pain. So you might see some pain at first from looking in that mirror. But here's the thing. You can also see who you really are. Because you don't have to put on that mask that you have in public or project that lie. Or especially put on the mask. Because we all do that. Let's just be real. We all got something that we'll put on in public. Yeah, we all got something. Like some of us have done a lot of work to not have that mask on in public, but certain situations it pops on without you thinking about it. I can attest to that. All right. So you looking in that mirror, yeah, you'll see the bad stuff, but then you'll see the good stuff. You will see the good stuff. You'll see, you know what? I got this going on. I got that. Because you don't have anybody to impress. You don't have to hold back. Because sometimes we wear a mask just to hold back, to keep people comfortable with us. Like we might be one of those people that have a strong opinion on politics, religion, other stuff that's controversial, but our social circle might not be able to handle it. So we hold back on it. We hold back. But when you're looking in that mirror, you can see, well, what is that? Is that such a bad thing, or is having the traits of a truth teller a good thing? And then you can actually take that and grow from it. You can learn from it. And the main thing you get in the mirror, though, it is that you can see who you really are. A lot of people don't know who they are. I'm going to tell you seriously. People wearing so many masks out here. They putting up such an illusion. They lying to them. They don't know who they are. They think they do. No, they say, no, you know who the mask is. Right? Like when I first started using that term, the mask, it was from one of my politics professors in college. And he told us a story and actually let us go. And he talked about a man whose face had been in a fire, so he got a mask made, and it was a handsome mask, and it brought him so much, but also brought him some trouble. And then he went to the mask maker and said, hey, can you take this mask off? And the guy did, and the mask maker took it off, but then he stepped back. The man's face had become the mask. And that's what it is with many people out here. But when you look in that mirror, especially in this time, when you have some time to yourself, you can really see what it is. One thing I recommend to people during this time, go for walks. In places you can still go for a walk in public, or find a park or something that doesn't have a lot of people there. Keep your distance, right? And just walk. Maybe go on a vacation somewhere. You can still travel. They ain't going to stop you. Travel to some place that's within reasonable driving distance. Just spend a day there. Spend a day. And then when you're looking at that mirror, force yourself to be honest. Because you don't have to impress anybody. You don't have to tell anybody. You don't even have to tell anybody you went. Force yourself to be honest. Don't tell the lie that you tell. Because you've had people staying in relationships, bad situations, because they lied to themselves because they needed it. I mean, it could have been just to have somebody, or they could stayed on a job that they couldn't stand that was bothering them. But now you're in a place you can stay on something or look at yourself, and you don't have to impress anybody. You don't have to keep that mask on. You can tell yourself the truth. You can be a habitual liar, but at least be honest with yourself. And you know what? It might be painful. It probably will be painful. But pain ain't a bad thing. Pain can be a good thing, because now you should want to do something to prevent that pain. And the lie doesn't do it. It just covers it up. But you want to get to that point where you had that pain, but you're also seeing the good stuff. And then you seeing what you could build on. Very key. Very, very key. And I think that's happening with a lot of people. I think that's happening with a lot of people. A lot of people seeing some real stuff. And you seeing how people really are. It's not even just how people really are around you. That's important. I could do a whole nother podcast on that. I'll let that go. Just mention it now. But, you can see who you really are. You can start saying, you know what, that's a mask. Let me start taking it off. Let me be who I really am. Let me work on it at least. Like, it ain't going to happen overnight. You're talking about something that you took a whole lifetime to create, so it's not going to disappear in a couple days or a month. It'll take you, just like it took you a lifetime to get rid of it, it'll take you to get it. It'll take you the rest of life to get into it. But I think that's happening with a lot of people. People in general are simply looking in the mirror more. And you know what? It's a good thing. So, that's all I have for today. I'll get back with you tomorrow. Peace and blessings.